Hi there, I'm Bannister and thanks for watching this video. I've got an important question, and that is, why are we lacking confidence at times and what to do about it? Well, you may have heard the old saying is that we can please some of the people some of the time, but we can't please all of the people all of the time. And this is really where it's at if we want to be more confident. And that's to live your life as you. To be confident and be happy being you. You're you. So you do a pretty good version of being yourself. And stop trying to do somebody else's version, because guess what? You probably won't be very good at it. So you're better off being you. And if you actually become somebody else and then they like you, then you have to pretend all the time to get them to like you, because you're just trying to be a new version. So remember, you can please some of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people all the time. Okay, so be okay being you. Stop acting as someone else and start acting as you. If you've ever been worried about people's opinions of you, worried about someone criticizing you and thinking maybe something's going on here, it could be a clue that you need a bit of a confidence boost. And that's why we're lacking confidence. So I want you to realize, first of all, that you're not broken, there's nothing wrong with you, and you're okay as you are. So what is self-confidence? It's the trust and faith in your abilities that you're going to be safe. It's the emotional, social connection, knowing that you're going to be okay. And it's the belief in your abilities that you can do what you're going to do. So how do we solve this, or why does this come about? Well, I'm going to answer both those questions. Why are we lacking confidence? Well, the first thing is that I believe this goes back to our wiring in our brain. It goes back thousands of years of when we were living in tribes, and what we actually want to do is be staying in the tribe and not be kicked out. Because in the tribe there was about 150 people living in there, and the ones who weren't accepted ended up being forced out to go and create another tribe. So there's a part of our wiring, part of our DNA that's structured to keep us safe. And that's the part that's sometimes over-pleasing people, or wanting to over-please, wanting to do what's maybe right for someone else rather than not for ourselves. So that's part of our wiring. So if we want to change it, first of all, we need to be conscious of it, be kind to ourselves that it exists. And it's nothing wrong with you, it's just a part of our DNA, a part of our wiring trying to help us. So that's the wiring taken care of. Now, emotionally for you, you may be thinking, well, why am I lacking confidence? Well, usually it's because we've had an emotional event. Something's happened that's dented or crushed or damaged our self-esteem or our confidence in some way. We've had an emotional event. So I was working with one client, and she was struggling because when we went back and we started talking about things, she was bullied. And as a result of being bullied, she wanted to try and please the people so she didn't get bullied. Does that make sense, right? So there's a part of our brain that wants to keep us safe, and emotionally, as a result of being bullied, we're trying to please people. But have you ever noticed that if you're trying to please people too much, people will take advantage of you? People will walk over you, perhaps. And the realization, if you like, of this is to realize that you've got to be you. Because if you're not you, then people could walk over you. And even if they're not working over you, then you'll feel maybe like a fraud, or you'll feel disconnected, or you feel fragmented, because you're trying to live your life in someone else's shoes rather than your own. And this is not uncommon. So be kind on yourself. I mean, there was a study by a lady called Lisa Hinkleman who was saying that now, something like 26% of people are deleting posts on Facebook. This is to do with girls growing up. 26% are deleting posts on Facebook if they're not popular enough. Think about that. We can't please all of the people all the time, but we can please some of the people some of the time. So be kind to ourselves. So how do we boost our confidence? Let's give you some tips. Big problem is to turn those negatives into positives, to realize that whatever's happening out there isn't you. Whatever's going on isn't you. Personally, deeply, it isn't you. It's a skill outside yourself. It's a belief about yourself. And none of those things are you. There's a part of you that's so special, so deep, so at your core that no one can touch. And you are lovable no matter what. You are good enough no matter what. And you can do it. Whatever happening to you, if you put your mind to it and you get access to the tools to change your life, You can do it and you can change your life. Stop judging yourself on external things that are happening outside you. That's the first thing. Stop judging yourself on external things outside yourself. Secondly, forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself. And thirdly, if you realize that you're being unconfident about something, it just means you need to learn something. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to making more videos for you in the future.